There are so many quick service restaurants going viral everywhere in India. Rameshwaram Café in Bengaluru is making over 4.5 crores per month. Benne, a South Indian QSR in Mumbai, is reportedly making over 2 crores every month. And there are so many other such QSRs like Burger Singh, Wow Momo, Biryani by Kilo, Cafe Amudam. When you compare these QSRs like Rameshwaram Café against other international brands like McDonald, Starbucks and other such big names, you'll see that Rameshwaram Café makes an estimated revenue of 4.5 crores per month. In comparison, a Starbucks hardly make 22 to 25 lakhs per month. These big international brands like McDonald's, Taco Bell, KFC are all dwarfs in comparison. Now, if you are like, hey, I'll start my own cafe and make crores per month, let me tell you, opening a quick service restaurant or a cafe in India is not that simple. If you are considering opening a quick service restaurant or cafe in India, let's talk about what you need to think about and the challenges that you might run into. It's a common misconception that higher margins automatically means huge profits. But that isn't necessarily the case, especially when it comes to QSRs. In this video, we'll break down the fundamental unit economics of a quick service restaurant. Once you understand this, you'll be able to understand and break down any restaurant business in the world. I'm Kunal and you're watching Insights by TBH. Let's first understand what the quick service restaurant industry is all about. There are two major components of a quick service restaurant. On one side, you got the food industry, where they make the food. Then there's the hospitality industry, where they serve the customers. When these two come together, you get a restaurant. Now, the business model of a restaurant is fundamentally just a mix of these three things. The cost of ingredients, how long it takes to cook the food, and how long it takes for customers to eat it. Let's simplify it further by looking at two factors at a time, cost and cooking time. This gives us a neat 4x4 grid. Low cost, low time, high cost, low time, low cost, high time, and high cost, high time. Let's dive a bit deeper into cooking time, which depends on two main factors, one time cooking and one at a time cooking. Take chicken biryani for example. It's cooked all together in one pot, so the average time per plate is low. That puts biryani in the category of high cost but low cooking time. Now think about fried rice. Because the ingredients are simple and it's cooked all at once, it falls into low cost and low time category. Now let's look at dishes prepared one at a time, like aloo paratha. The ingredients are not expensive, but since each paratha is made individually, the cooking time per paratha is higher. Sometimes you get a mix of both, one time and one at a time cooking. Take momos for example. Stuffing and folding them is done one at a time, but they're steamed all at once. So momos end up in the low cost, high time category. Similarly, dishes like idli, sandwiches, dosas, beverages, ice cream and various types of dal curries fall into the category of low cost, low cooking time. Noodles and rolls belong to the low cost, high time group. Items like mutton, crab and mushroom are categorized as high cost. Pizza falls into the high cost category, but somewhere in the medium time range. Salads are considered high cost, low time, while chicken burgers fall somewhere in the middle of the quadrant. Now let's talk about the next factor, price and eating time. Again, eating time depends on whether it requires dining or can be eaten while standing. Here's where it gets interesting. Take a roll for example. It takes more time to prepare than noodles, but it's quicker to eat, especially if you're on the move. Similarly, dishes like biryani and fried rice take less time to cook but more time to eat. But momos take more time to prepare but less time to eat. Ice cream takes slightly longer to eat compared to drinking cold coffee. This provides an overview of the situation. Now, let's consider three simple eateries: Biryani Paradise, Sandwich Attack, and Flavor Heaven, a full-fledged multi-cuisine restaurant. Each restaurant operates for 10 hours, has sitting for 20 customers, and is located in an area with a daily footfall of 5,000 people. Since biryani requires just one-time cooking, the chef at Biryani Paradise needs to start preparing for it at least 3 hours before opening. On the other hand, Sandwich Attack and Flavor Heaven can start preparing just 1 hour before opening. For biryani, which is a cooked dish, 2 specialist cooks and 2 serving and cleaning staff are required. The same staffing requirement applies to Flavor Heaven, but since sandwiches are dry items, they don't need dedicated chefs or cleaning staff. All 4 members can prepare and serve simultaneously. Continuing, biryani only requires 5 minutes to serve, 40 minutes to eat, and 5 more minutes to clean up. Similarly, a sandwich can be prepared and served in 10 minutes, takes 15 minutes to eat, but doesn't require cleaning as it can be served with disposable plates. On the other hand, preparing a full meal takes at least half an hour, about an hour to eat, and if it's for a family, it might take even longer. So the total time spent per customer is 50, 25 and 95 minutes respectively. In restaurant times, this is referred to as customer dwell time. The cost of biryani is 150 rupees with a profit margin of 40 rupees, while the cost of sandwiches is 60 rupees with a margin of up to 20 rupees. The average cost of a meal is 250 rupees with a margin of 70 rupees. Let's consider a hypothetical scenario where 20 seats are occupied for the entire 10 hours. So, Biryani Paradise serves a total of 220 customers. Now, you might wonder how I arrived at the number 220. If there are 10 total hours and each customer takes 45 minutes, then it would be 600 divided by 45, which equals to 13. With 20 seats, it should be 13 times 20, resulting in 260, right? Well, that calculation doesn't quite work here. That's because even if there are 20 customers in line, we only have 2 staff members serving. So, from the third customer onwards, they have to wait in line for their turn. Therefore, the approx number of customers served would be 224 for Biryani Paradise, 456 for Sandwich Attack, and only 96 for the restaurant. So, the profits are 8,960, 9,120 and 6,720. But the staff at Biryani Paradise are working for a total of 13 hours. This means the per hour profit per staff member is 172. And for Sandwich Attack, it's 203. And for the restaurant, it's only 153. So, even though Sandwich Attack works fewer hours and charges less, it's making more profit. And this is just the beginning of the story. There are many drawbacks for a full-fledged restaurant, particularly because of its wider menu variety. Customers often take more time to decide what to eat, which increases their dwell time. And because of this, fewer customers are served. And labor demand remains underutilized during that time. And if a customer decides to add something extra 15 minutes after placing their order, it causes further delay. If there are more occupied seats but fewer orders served, it creates a negative perception. Let's look at it with an example. If a cafe is completely empty, your time utility is high because you'll get your food faster. However, your perception value might be low, as you may assume it's not a good choice and decide to skip to the next one. Conversely, if a cafe is overcrowded, your perception might be high, but your time utility is very low. In this case too, you might opt to go to the next one. So, the optimal situation lies somewhere in the between. This is also known as Goldilocks Zone for restaurant selection. However, for a sandwich, this isn't an issue at all, as it can be eaten while walking on the street. To a customer, whether all the seats are occupied or not doesn't matter. So, the utility line shifts towards the right for the quick service restaurant model. In short, an item with low ingredient cost, low cooking time and low eating time can generate better profits under maximum potential. Now, let's check our matrix table to see which items fall under this category. The items listed on your left are low cost, low cooking and low eating time. Most quick service restaurants serve items from this segment. This is why every major fast food chain is built around these items. Even though biryani is popular, there is no global brand centered around it. Quick service restaurants offer a limited number of items, but with higher variety. This is called a focus menu. A focus menu helps overcome decision paralysis, which occurs when we are presented with too many options, making it harder to decide what we want. As we have seen in the example, if a customer delays ordering, it increases their dwell time, resulting in fewer customers served. So, for a quick service restaurant, less time on the menu is actually beneficial. Also, cross-selling is a common strategy used in quick service restaurants. You might have observed this in a McDonald's outlet. Once you order a burger, they ask you something like, would you like to add fries at 39 rupees? This is known as cross-selling. It involves offering customers products that complement the ones they are already purchasing. Using this technique, most restaurants literally double their average order value. Let's also consider some drawbacks of entering this business. Recent numbers on restaurant failures indicate that a restaurant is most likely to close within its first year, while others don't make it past their fifth year. But why is the failure rate so high? Here are some common reasons why quick service restaurants struggle. The fast-paced environment for a quick service restaurant can result in increased stress levels for both employees and management. As a result, the attrition rate within the restaurant sector reached as high as 60% in 2023. Attrition rate basically measures the rate at which employees leave an organization, either voluntary or involuntarily. Another major factor is maintaining consistent quality. When you are serving a large number of orders every day, this becomes a huge challenge for a quick service restaurant. Also, the success of quick service restaurants often depends on factors like location, foot traffic, and closeness to other establishments. Let me give you an example. Imagine a quick service restaurant located in a crowded shopping mall. Even though it has a prime spot with high foot traffic, the restaurant struggles to maintain consistent food quality because of more number of orders. It can lead to dissatisfied customer and ultimately affects its success. Similarly, even if a QSR offers excellent food and service, if it is located in an area with low foot traffic or little visibility, it may struggle to attract customers and sustain its business. So, while factors like location and foot traffic can provide opportunities for success, they also come with their own set of challenges that quick service restaurants need to navigate carefully. If you enjoyed watching this video and learned something, hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more such content. Well, subscribing isn't going to cost you anything unlike opening a restaurant. See you next time. Bye bye.